I promised you guys something in 2026, but let's get a little more out before 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Big Pro Wrestle Talk Network.
Big Pro Wrestle Talk Network. Big Pro Wrestle Talk Network. Wrestle Talk Network.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, it is I, Vincent, your Big Pro Wrestle Talk Heavyweight Champion of the world for about 3 years running now. Nobody's been wanting to take it off me. It's whatever, we can make some room for it behind me here next to Gronk. Who knows? But, ladies and gentlemen, today I wanted to talk to you guys about some wrestlers who I think are going to succeed in 2026. See, 2025 has been a great year for a lot of wrestlers. Wrestlers like Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, John Moxley, anybody like that. But I feel like there's a few guys who are definitely going to go on the up and up, whether it's AEW or WWE. I believe this is just 10 wrestlers. Yes, I have a list of 10 wrestlers here who are going to do great things in the year 2026, and you cannot tell me otherwise. If you do try to tell me otherwise, you're crazy. What's wrong with you? These guys are going to do something awesome in the year 2026. So let's dive into it now, ladies and gentlemen. Starting off our list at number 10. This is really in no particular order. I'm just saying number 10, number 9, because they're just 10 random wrestlers. There's the numbering means nothing in this case. It's just 10 wrestlers who I think will succeed in 2026. So as I started saying, number 10, I have Ace Austin. Recently debuted for AEW. They put him with the Gun Club, the Bang Bang Gang, which is great because I think that's perfect. That's just where he needs to be. He was in the Bullet Club. Him and Chris Bay were the ABC, the American Bullet Club, in TNA and in Japan for a little bit there before the unfortunate incident to Chris Bay. I think that Ace Austin is going to go on the up and up. I can see him potentially feuding for the for titles such as the TNT title, the even what's Okada's title. It's not the Continental, it's the whatever title Okada has, because the Continental is what he had, but then they combined it. I don't know why I'm blanking on it right now. Maybe it'll come into my head, whatever. I can definitely see Ace Austin doing something great next year. Whether it's with the Bang Bang Gang, whether it's on his own. I can see him and maybe one of the Guns, or maybe even a returning Jay White. They can win the tag titles, or even the trios titles. The trios titles have been dead, I feel like, for a while now. The Ops have had them for how long, and they really... Yes, I'll give the AEW this. They have utilized them on Dynamite and Collision and on pay-per-views, but I feel like they're just kind of convenient to have, I guess, to boost the story. I feel like, yes, that's how every title is. They're kind of there to boost the story, but I feel like the trios titles, they kind of... I don't know how to necessarily say it. There's definitely some sort of a story to them, but I feel like they don't utilize it to its fullest potential. I remember when they first brought him in before the whole Punk and Elite debacle in AEW, those titles were going to be the shiz, man. They were going to be cool. They were going to be awesome. But I think that putting them on a guy, or on guys such as the Bang Bang Gang, the Bullet Club, whatever you want to call them in AEW. I'm sure they can't call them the Bullet Club because, New Japan and all that. But Ace Austin, I can see him doing something in 2026 that's not just sitting in catering. Next up, number 9, I have Austin Theory, the recently returned new look with the Vision. I don't necessarily know if he's fully with the Vision just yet, because Paul Heyman kind of made it clear that, like, hey, I didn't hire you. What are you doing here? Because this is kind of throwing me for a loop. But I don't know. Austin Theory has all the tools. He beat John Cena at WrestleMania. Triple H just really didn't utilize him to what he should have been. Yes, the team with Grayson Waller was pretty cool, but there was definitely some more that could have gone into that before Austin Theory got injured. And by that, I mean they probably just took him off TV. I don't know the whole thing. I don't believe all the news stories necessarily, because you don't know what's real and what's not with these news stories anymore. So you really have to keep a keen eye on everything that you see. So yes, Austin Theory, I can see him definitely getting some sort of a push, maybe for the U.S. title again, maybe give him an IC title run, maybe even have him contend for the World Championship. Him being with the Vision is definitely going to boost him somewhere. Where is that going to boost him? I don't know just yet, but it's definitely going to get him out there in some way, shape, or form, and definitely get him going to be, that next John Cena that everybody says that he's going to be, and what he thinks he's going to be. And you cannot count him out, because I feel like for too many years now, people have been counting out Austin Theory when he has all of the tools. He just needs to get that opportunity. He needs to be pushed into that spot. And I think that him in 2026 is going to shine, and he will do a fantastic job next year. Next up, you can kind of say that this next man has been already successful in the year 2025. With this one and my next one, I'm talking about main roster. So I can see this guy going up to the main roster in the year 2026, and that man is Oba Femi. And he will succeed on the main roster. You saw the banger of a match he had at Saturday night's main event with Cody Rhodes, right? Sure, it wasn't for the WWE title, but put him in a WWE title match, he is destroying Cody Rhodes. He definitely could be the guy to take the title off of him. And if they don't, that's okay. Oba Femi has something. There's something about him. He reminds me a lot of what Triple H wanted Keith Lee to be in NXT, but Vince McMahon flopped him on the main roster. We already know how that went. But no, I think that Oba Femi truly has what it takes to be what is needed to succeed on the main roster. He has the strength. He has the height. He has the gimmick. Usually, if you get a Nigerian-style gimmick, cough, cough, Apollo Crews, it doesn't work. But with Oba Femi, this guy is a machine. He is awesome. He is going to go places in the year 2026, even if it's on the main roster, NXT. Doesn't matter. He's already the NXT champion, two-time NXT champion. I can see him, honest to God, genuinely, he will succeed. And if he doesn't, I feel like he'll be okay. I could see him. You could probably, him and Austin Theory can do something together, but they won't, because Oba Femi can talk, Oba Femi can wrestle, he has a look, he has a gimmick, he has all of the tools that are needed. But yes, Oba Femi definitely going to be a huge superstar in the year 2026 for the WWE on the main roster. Next up, I did mention how previously that this is going to be for the main roster, not talking NXT. This man, I'm talking about Ethan Page. I can see him coming up to Raw and being one of the biggest heels on the roster, on the Raw roster. I don't think he'll go to SmackDown, because yes, SmackDown has guys like Cody Rhodes who we could feud with, guys like Drew McIntyre, maybe if they decide to turn him, which I don't think they will. But Ethan Page has a lot of potential for the main roster. They can even put him with Chelsea Green on the main roster, and he'll succeed and thrive the same way he's doing right now in NXT. You can give him the United States Championship and he can change it to the Canadian Championship or something like that. He can have fun with it. Ethan Page has, same with Oba Femi, the look. He can wrestle. He has all of the tools needed to be a star in the WWE. And the only thing that I think will stop him is potentially how he relies. Now, I don't want to say this for sure. He kind of relies too much on that heel heat from the crowd. I'm trying to make this sound not dumb, because there's a lot of ways I could say this and it'll sound dumb. But I just mean he should, yes, he backs up everything he does in the ring. He does everything that he can. But Ethan Page, I feel like he just relies a little too much on that crowd comedic reaction rather than just being a generic full-on heel. But I think that's just because he's also with Chelsea Green at the moment. And, Chelsea Green is that comedic heel, which has done her wonders. Not saying that it won't do Ethan Page wonders as well, but I know that he can be that serious superstar. I hate calling them superstars because they're professional wrestlers, but that's what he can become, Yeah, so Ethan Page definitely going to thrive in the year 2026. Once he returns, hopefully he returns in 2026. If not, I will look so dumb. KC Navarro, he was in TNA. He was doing some amazing work on in TNA. He did some work in NXT. I can see him potentially going back into TNA and crossing the line over into NXT, and they do something with him there, because there's definitely something for Casey Navarro no matter where he goes. I remember watching him starting out as Kid Christian on GTS Wrestling as a kid. Not even a kid, it was like 10 years ago, I want to say. Oh yeah, 2016, almost 10 years ago. Casey Navarro is a fantastic wrestler. He's got a look, he can talk. Just like I said, with all of these guys, they got a look, they can talk, they have all of the tools needed. Casey Navarro has that, and he has that extra high flying ability that he can use to his advantage. Something also with Casey Navarro is he's also injured, so he has time to recuperate, retrain himself, and he definitely I can definitely see him thriving in the year 2026. And if he doesn't, like I said, that's okay. He's also still on the independents. He is in TNA. TNA is a huge step up for him, but I can see him reaching that AEW, well, he's been on AEW, he's also been on Dark, but I could also see Navarro making it onto NXT. I can see him going into TNA full time and winning their X Division title. I can even see him to contend for the world title. There's so much talent that he possesses that he can take with him wherever he goes when he comes back from his injuries. I just see bright things in the future for that young man. Next up, he turned back up this year in TNA. Cedric Alexander, one of the great cruiserweights of all time in WWE. I know that's a very small list of people, but Cedric Alexander, former member of the Hurt Business, he signed with TNA as far as I know. He's with TNA, I should say. I shouldn't say he signed. I don't know if he signed. I don't know if he's with TNA. I don't know, but I can see him. Same with Casey Navarro. He can win the X Division title. Cedric Alexander could contend for the World Heavyweight Championship in TNA. And I can see him winning one of those titles, because he has that ability. We saw that in WWE. We've seen that in TNA. We've seen that anywhere he goes. Cedric Alexander, there's a reason after the Cruiserweight Classic, when Triple H was out there, everybody was chanting, please sign Cedric, because he has all the tools to succeed. It's just a shame that towards the end of his time in WWE, they didn't utilize him to his fullest potential, because he does have that star power in him. WWE just didn't really know what to do with him. And kudos to TNA. They're doing everything that they should right now with Cedric Alexander, and good on them. And even if he winds up leaving TNA at some point, he can go join the Hurt Syndicate back with Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. They can, Hurt Business Boys, Hurt Syndicate, they can definitely do it. Little brother can join the big bros, And I'm not meaning like star power, star level, or anything like that, because they're all stars individually. I think that Cedric Alexander is going to do great things in the year 2026. Next up, we have one of Cedric Alexander's greatest rivals of all time in the WWE, TNA, wherever, Mustafa Ali. Chicago native, great wrestler, fantastic gimmick, especially for the time period we're living in the United States. His character of like a corrupt politician is amazing. When I saw him last year, I want to say it was last year, in TNA in Chicago, he was awesome. They did the spot where they attacked the person in the crowd. Shout out Nick Diamond. He was also in the crowd that night. He has genuinely shocked so many people with how great he is, which it shouldn't be shocking, because he's had that ability. He had it in WWE. He's had it in TNA forever now. And I can see him. He's been the X Division champion. I want to see him in 2026 win the TNA World Championship. And I can see him crossing the line over to NXT. I can even see him showing up on the main roster in WWE again. We saw a hint of that when he faced for the North American title. I don't remember who was the champion. I think it was Ethan Page at the time. But, I mean, still is the North American champion. But Mustafa Ali is him. I hate to say it, like, steal Carmelo Hayes' thing. He is him. He backs up everything he says in the ring, and you cannot doubt that man for 1 second. And if you do doubt him, what's the matter with you? Mustafa Ali is a star. He is great. He'll have my vote in next year's elections. And he, like I said, he has all the tools, just like everyone else. Same with Casey Navarro. that high-flying ability. And yes, that's everywhere these days in wrestling. And there's nothing wrong with that. Wrestling evolves. And, you know, and it just so happens that recently, within the last decade, it's been the high flyers' time to shine. And they're doing great things with a lot of these guys in TNA, AEW, WWE, anywhere, MLW. You know, like, you look, there's always going to be a high flyer, flippy dippy, whatever on the show, and they always steal the show with that. Granted, they don't have to do it all the time. That's why I like Mustafa Ali. He doesn't do it all the time. He only uses it when he has to. And that's, honest to God, a very rare thing for him these days. He doesn't have to necessarily because he's got his faction in TNA. I don't remember what they're called off the top of my head, but genuinely, Mustafa Ali will be world. Mark my words. I'm saying this right now. If Mustafa Ali is not the TNA heavyweight champion by the end of 2026, I will do whatever the top comment says on this video. I will go back and do whatever the top comment says on this video. All right? As long as it's legal. Okay? So if you're watching this, I'm going to clip this and I'm going to put it on Instagram. So if you're watching this on Instagram, comment, go to the YouTube video right now. If you're not there already, what's wrong with you? And if you are watching this on YouTube, thank you. But go and comment something that I have to do by the end of 2026 if Mustafa Ali is not the TNA heavyweight champion by the end of 2026. Moving on from that now, that ramble, that rant. Next one is Omos. I met him. Here's a picture of it right here. You've been seeing I'm putting pictures in the video the whole time. I'm gonna put Omos, the picture of me and the Colossus Omos in there. They began pushing him in AAA, as far as I know from what last time I saw. I remember the Battle Royal that they had there. It's like the Royal Rumble style thing. Omos destroyed Microman. How have they not had some sort of feud with that in AAA right now? I don't understand. But I don't know. I think Omos definitely in AAA is going to be a star. Because, you know, the foreign countries, I say that as an American, the foreign countries, Mexico, Japan, Japan already loved Omos. He was a tag champ over there. Omos in another country like that is a one-of-a-kind thing. You know, if you look in America, we've had, you know, like, you think the Great Khali. He's from India. If he in Japan, he destroyed people, and that's how he got to the WWE. He was a fantastic wrestler in Japan, but then he got WWE. And this isn't about the Great Khali. This is about the Colossus Omos, the greatest future world champion. I'm not going to say like Mustafa Ali, but Omos definitely is going to do some great things in professional wrestling in the year 2026, whether it's with AAA, whether it's with WWE, no matter who it is, where it is, Omos is going to do some damage, man. It's going to be a great year for the Colossus Omos. I could see it now. World Championships, all the babes, everything that he's ever wanted in life, Omos is going to get it. And if he gets released in the year 2026, I will cry because he's actually a very interesting wrestler to me that I wish Triple H would utilize more and not just for the Royal Rumble big guy spots. Because like I was saying earlier, you think of guys like Big Show, the Great Khali. I'm trying to think of other giants. Giant Gonzalez, you know, I probably shouldn't say him and Khali because they were not really good examples. But the Big Show, the Big Show, they were unstoppable forces in the WWE. Some of Triple H's great work, I don't want to say greatest work or great work. Some of his work was against the Big Show and the Great Khali, big guys like that. I think that, you know, we saw it with Seth Rollins and Omos a few years back. I believe in Saudi Arabia. I could be wrong. I don't remember where Seth Rollins faced Omos, but it was for the World Championship. And yeah, Omos didn't win, but getting, you know, maybe putting Cody Rhodes up against somebody like Omos with the WWE title on the line, that could be something interesting to me, you know? Yeah, I don't want to talk too much about Omos. I have two more people that I want to talk about. The next one, yeah, he's seen a lot of success. One of the most successful wrestlers in the WWE and TNA this past year, Joe Hendry. Say his name and he appears. You know, I wish he would show up right here. Actually, I have a custom wrestling figure of him right up here. I'll actually show you guys because I haven't really showed it off that much. But it's custom, BW Customs head scan. Look at that. Joe Hendry, one of my coolest customs. I don't know if I want to get the new ringside exclusive figure, but well, I digress. Let's move on from that. But Joe Hendry, if he's not winning the NXT title this next year, I could see him definitely winning some sort of gold in the main roster. They did just bring him up to face The Miz on SmackDown. I'm sure that was just for some attention grabbers. But no, like I can see him genuinely taking a lot of steps forward. Taking a lot of steps forward when it comes to the main roster in WWE, NXT. I could see him contending for the world title again, NXT title again. That's what I meant, not the world title, the NXT title again. And he can definitely be a bigger star than what he is now, because who doesn't love Joe Hendry? If you don't believe in Joe Hendry, what's wrong with you? You need to do better, because Joe Hendry is the best. You can say his name and he'll appear, because we believe in Joe Hendry. Now the final entrant in this list, I guess you could say, is somebody who I saw turn heel in Chicago a few years ago, and nothing has come of it, and that's Preston Vance. Brody Lee's handpicked number 10. Or 5. I don't know. He was one of the numbers. Wait, Alan Angels was 5. Preston Vance was 10. Yeah, because they did the whole 10 thing with him and Sean Spear. But Preston Vance is definitely going to be on some sort of rise in AEW or Ring of Honor this year. Or in 2026. I keep saying this year like it's already this year. It's 2025 still, Vincent. We're moving on to 2026. But I could definitely see in the year 2026 Preston Vance doing something. Maybe it's winning the Ring of Honor Trios tag titles. Maybe it's winning the Ring of Honor tag titles. Maybe it's just winning some sort of title in Ring of Honor. He is too good of a wrestler. He is too good of a strong man. And for him to not be utilized the way he should be is kind of crazy to me. Putting him with the frat house in Ring of Honors, yeah, it's kind of questionable. But I don't know. I just think of the amazing work he did as part of the Dark Order in AEW. And for them to really just do poof, nothing. But at first it was because Andrade left AEW and now he's back. Well, not yet, but he's going to be back again for the third time. No, but I could definitely see Preston Vance doing something big next year. It can be, like I said, for Ring of Honor, AEW, doesn't matter. He has all of the tools. All AEW has to do is let him work. Because that's the thing. A lot of these companies, you can say like, yeah, they're going to do great things, but they have to let them work. And what I mean by let them work is by let them get in the ring every week. Let them get a spot on the show. Something that'll push them to the moon. And you can't do that if you're not on the show every week. And I don't really watch Ring of Honor that much, but I do see the clips of Preston Vance on social media. He is a beast. And for him to not be utilized right now the way he should be, it's kind of crazy, That's pretty much my list of 10 wrestlers that I want to see succeed in 2026 in no particular order. If you have any issues with this list, oh well, go cry me a river. Real Glass, go cry me a river. This is my list of wrestlers who I want to see succeed in the year 2026. If you want me to do a video talking about how I would push certain individuals, leave a comment down below. Maybe I'll do that. Remember, go ahead and leave a comment on this video if you want me to do something. If Mustafa Ali does not win the world title in the year 2026. And yeah, make sure you leave a comment. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Thank you so much for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen. 2026 is going to be a great year for the Big Bro Wrestling Talk Network. We're going to be doing live streams. We're going to be doing live reactions. We're going to be doing some fun stuff next year. And it all starts soon. I don't have an exact date, but January. Just look around. Follow my social media at BPWT_network. It would be great if you guys did that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video all the way through. I know it was a little bit of a long one. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys.
Drop the like button, give the subscribe button a people's elbow. And body Network.